Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hi, if you're new, my name is Tori. April 29th was was it national? I don't know. It was Independent Bookstore Day. Unfortunately, I missed out on the opportunity to just book browse and have a great time throughout the city. We have so many incredible bookstores in Chicago, so I was really bummed that I didn't get to go around and participate in all the activities that the independent bookstores were hosting that day. But I believe I more than made up for it because like a week later, I actually did my own book browsing. And so I went to 3 independent bookstores, Myopic Books, the Book Cellar, and I also went to Open Books, and I just had such a great time, you guys. I'm always like book shopping online, that it was just such a breath of fresh air to finally step into a bookstore. Yeah, I don't even like remember the last time that actually happened, so it was fantastic. So I had a really great day, and instead of, I guess this is not like a traditional vlog that you're gonna see because I'm not really talking in it. I just put together a lot of clips from my day and hope that you all, someone is always cutting the grass, and I hope that you all enjoy it. So since it is just like a compilation of clips that I just kind of put together, I did want to actually just talk about some of the bookstores that I went to before you get into like the clips and everything like that. So the first store, Myopic Books, this, oh gosh, like when you think of independent bookstore, like Myopic Books is like the poster child. It's perfect. I mean, you have like floor to ceiling bookshelves. I mean, everything is just so cramped, and I mean, if you're claustrophobic, it might not be the best place, but I mean, there are just like stacks on stacks on stacks of books just crammed so close together, and like, you know, small aisles to walk down. It's just, it was such a great place. So one of the books that I got from here is a fantasy book, and they have, Myopic Books has like their own like fantasy and science fiction section in the basement of the store. And it was like one of the creepiest places that I've been to. I was so scared going down into the basement, but I mean, once you get down there, like everything is, it's nice, it's fine. But it was an experience trekking down into the basement for some books. That was the first store, and unfortunately you can't film in Myopic. You can't like take pictures or anything. And I realized that after I had already started filming, so you're just gonna see like a very, very short clip of me walking into the entrance, but I didn't get any footage really from in there because there are no cameras allowed. Even in the basement, I was good about it. I almost like snuck a picture in the basement, but I was like, no, let me respect the rules. So yes, no pictures from Myopic. And then the second bookstore that I went to was the Book Cellar. They host so many different events. They have this great cafe in there. So like while you're browsing or after you've already purchased your books or whatever, you can sit in the cafe, drink coffee, tea, wine, craft beer. It's such a great place. It's not as big as Myopic. It's actually, I don't even know, like there's not many shelves in there at all, but it's also just, I mean, what is in there is just such a great selection. So I love that space so much. And then finally, the last bookstore that I went to was Open Books. Oh my gosh, of all of the bookstores, not even of just this day, but of all the bookstores in Chicago that I've ever been to, this is by far now like one of my favorites. I had such a blast in there, and it's like really close to my job, and I've just never been there before. I definitely spent the longest amount of time in there, spent the most money in there, but it was, oh my gosh, they have like these colorful bookshelves. It's huge in there. The whole back wall is just full of fiction titles, authors A to Z, and then like kind of scattered around the middle of the store you have like ancient history stuff, and then you have like fantasy and sci-fi in their section, and then you have thrillers. So oh gosh, that place is really great. So I definitely have the most footage from there because I spent the longest time in there. I think I was in Open Books, like it had to be over an hour. I'm gonna leave a link to all of the bookstores in the description box, as well as their addresses. So if you guys are ever in Chicago, you want a good bookstore to browse, you can't go wrong with those 3. I hope you all enjoy the video and all the footage that I've put together, and I will see you back here in a bit, and we're gonna talk about all of the books that I got from these stores. You were so lazy. All right, welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Well, like enjoyed the clips because the video's not over. You get it. I just wanted to convey like what a great day I had. It was such a blast, and it was beautiful outside, and I just had a really peaceful, calm, relaxing, all the soothing adjectives. I had such a great day. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the books that I got from these three places. So the first book that I got was from Myopic Books, and this is Baptism of Fire, and this is by Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski. This is the third book in the Witcher series, or technically it's the fifth book because the first two books are short story collections. So I own the first 4 books on my Kindle, but this is the first physical copy of The Witcher that I own. And the only one that I've read so far, like in the series, has been The Last Wish. And so the kind of the overarching story of The Witcher, and especially The Last Wish, is you have our main character is Geralt of Rivia, and he is what's known as a witcher. And he has a lot of other abilities as well, but witchers, they are known for basically hunting down different creatures and beasts and things like that. And so the first short story collection, The Last Wish, is more of a compilation of Geralt's adventures. It's not really like an overarching narrative happening in those books. It's just really like the reader getting to know Geralt and all the subsequent characters that kind of appear throughout the rest of the series. So like I said, I did read The Last Wish. I thought it was great. And the books are actually so popular that there is this video game development studio called CD Projekt Red, and they turn the Witcher books into a video game. I love the game so much. I think I'm going to end up investing in physical copies of the series because, like I said, the first 4 are all on my Kindle, and I kind of want them in physical format now that I have this one. From the Book Cellar, I got The Song Rising, and this is by Samantha Shannon. This is the third and final book in the Bone Season trilogy. I don't know what this book is about, but the first book, we have this, I guess it's like an alternate London or some kind of weird London, and we have this society that has essentially banned clairvoyance and people with other kind of special abilities. And so our main character, Paige, she, along with a lot of other clairvoyants and special people in London, they've been forced underground into kind of their own society. And Paige has hidden her powers from her father, who is one of the leaders in the government. Normally, I don't like to buy books in a series if I already haven't read the first book, but The Bone Season just strikes me as that kind of trilogy that I will really enjoy. It reminds me of, I mean, they're completely different, but it reminds me of the level of enjoyment that I had reading the Chaos Walking trilogy by Patrick Ness. I love those books so much, and I'm getting similar vibes of that from The Bone Season, so we'll see what happens. And then finally, from my favorite bookstore now, Open Books, I got 2 books. I got The Kingdom of the Wicked, and this is by Anthony Burgess, who many of you may recognize as the author of The Clockwork Orange. This is a work of nonfiction, and it is this massive saga of ancient Rome, but specifically focusing on 3 of its emperors, Tiberius, Caligula, and Nero. It really takes place at the start of Christianity being adopted into ancient Roman culture. So I'm really looking forward to this. You guys probably already know this. I love classics so much. I love ancient history. I love ancient literature, especially when it's to do with more like politics and philosophy and things like that. So really looking forward to this. And then the last book that I got from Open Books, this is Quicksilver, and this is by Neil Stephenson. This is the 4th Neil Stephenson book that I own now, which is kind of cool. This man, he's very long-winded, as you can see. But in this book, we have 3 main characters. We have Daniel, who is a Puritan, and we have, what is his name? Jack, who, it sounds like he's some kind of pirate. I don't know. It says something about like swashbuckling. So he's a little adventurous. And then we also have this woman named Eliza, who Jack ends up rescuing from a Turkish harem. And so we have their 3 stories kind of colliding against the backdrop of a Baroque era Europe. So I'm really looking forward to getting to this. I don't know when, because I have like 2 other Neil Stephenson books that are higher up on my to-read list, one of which I'm going to be reading in June. I'm so looking forward to sharing this book with you guys that I'm reading next month by him. But I mean, Neil Stephenson just packs so many things into his novels, so this will be really interesting to get to. I'm looking forward to this for sure. And the last book that I have here, I did not get this from any of the bookstores, but it was in the mailbox when I got home from all of my adventures, and that is The Eye of the World, and this is by Robert Jordan, and this is of course the first book in the Wheel of Time series. I don't know too much about this series other than it is just an epic, beloved fantasy. And Robert Jordan also kind of pulls in a lot of themes and inspiration, it sounds like, from J.R.R. Tolkien. So that'd be really cool to see. This is like a 13, 14, maybe 15 book series. I don't know if it's that long, but it is pretty hefty. Robert Jordan did pass away before the books could be finished, and so a lot of the final books in the series were written by Brandon Sanderson, which is kind of, if you all have ever read the Wheel of Time series, let me know. Like, I am just so looking forward to this, especially because it sounds like Tolkien was such a huge inspiration for Robert Jordan's writing, and I'm reading The Hobbit right now and I am loving it, so it'll be really great to see just more of Tolkien's themes kind of pop up throughout the Wheel of Time. So yeah, those are all of the books I got from my wonderful day out browsing all these bookstores. Like I said, all of these bookstores will be in the description box, plus one that I did not visit during my little outing, but one that I really love, that you all should also check out if you're like ever in the city. So yes, there we go, all that right there, all this goodness. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite indie bookstores are in your cities, and if I'm ever in your city, I will definitely check them out if I have time. And yeah, thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.